Hey, what's up, movie people? I hope you're doing well. I am just a couple days away from seeing Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, the final Guardians movie. It's a surreal moment, but right now I'm going to do a tier list of who I think is most likely to die in this last venture out for all the Guardians. But before we get started, make sure to like this video. It really does help out a lot. But let's get right to the tier list. Alright, stepping into the tier list, I just rewatched Guardians 1 and Guardians 2. So I'm gonna try to use my my brain for this to try to like dissect who's gonna die, but who knows? No one's ever completely right. But let's get to it. First, let's go first with Star-Lord at the bottom. So Star-Lord is a very interesting one because James Gunn has said that this trilogy is all about Star-Lord and Peter Quill's journey, because the first one is about his mom, second one's about his dad, and then James Gunn said the third one is just about him fighting himself. So I don't know. I could see him dying because he lost his mom in the first one, lost his dad in the second one. I feel like he might die in this third one. I don't know. I feel like the marketing's trying to throw us for a big loop here, but I feel like all the signs lead to like three major characters dying. I'm not even lying. I think that we're going to get like 3 deaths or maybe 2. I'm not thinking just one. I'm thinking multiple. But Star-Lord has a really big journey through this whole trilogy, and I'm thinking that it might be his time just leave, you know? Because it's just his trilogy, and Chris Pratt is probably wanting to move on to DC movies with James Gunn, so he probably wants out. And I feel like it will be just a perfect ending to this trilogy if Star-Lord does die, but I'm not 100% on that. So I'm going to put Star-Lord in the might die because I'm not 100%. I'm like 75 to 80% on that one. Next up, we got Kraglin. Kraglin just became like a really main character in Guardians 2. He's really good. I think Sean Gunn plays him very well. Guardians 2 really did explore how he was under Yondu a lot and didn't have a lot of time to shine. But now he has a lot of time to shine in Guardians 3. He hasn't been in a lot of marketing, but now he has the fin, so he can use the arrow. He's probably going to use it a lot in this movie towards the end battle. So I'm excited to see him in this one. But I'm not thinking that Kraglin is going to die at all, really. But is he safe? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Is he safe? I'm not sure if he's going to be safe in this one. But I don't know. I feel like Sean Gunn is not going to die as Kraglin because it's kind of a small role. I don't think they're going to want to like kill him off because there might not be audiences really caring enough for that character for him to really die. So I'm going to put Kraglin I'm going to put him in the safe tier because he's safe, but I'm not going to say he's not harmed. Next up, we got Groot. Big boy Groot. I love Groot's look in this Guardians of the Galaxy 3. He looks awesome. He was a adult. I don't know if he was an adult in the first one. I'm pretty sure he was some form of an adult. And then second one, he was baby. Infinity War, he's a teen. And then this one, he's like big, bulky Groot. Went to the gym every day. I don't know how old he is, but I really do like that design. I think it works a lot for the Guardians movies. Groot, he's gotten injured through every single film, I feel like. But I don't see him dying because he really can't die. He's a tree, and he can get reborn from his little pieces that he breaks into if he does die. So he's not going to die. But I do see him getting injured because he's at the forefront in the final battle against the main guy. And then, I don't know, because he's going to be at the front of the battle lines. I feel like he's going to get injured. So I'm going to put Groot in the getting injured tier. Next up, we got Cosmo the dog. We have not seen a lot of Cosmo. We saw a glimpse of Cosmo in Guardians 1. And we saw Cosmo join the team in the holiday special. Now Cosmo is like really a part of the team as like the sidekick and all that. Probably is like has a lot of funny lines and all that. I don't see anything really happening to Cosmo in this one. I think Cosmo's just there to be like a comedic relief in some points. So with that said, I'm going to put Cosmo in not harmed. Yeah, we're not harming dogs in this one. Let's go. No harm to animals in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Hopefully not. Next up, we got Gamora. Gamora is an interesting one because she's had a great character arc through the first 2 Guardians films. Then she did die in Infinity War, and then we did get her back in Endgame, but it's a different Gamora. She's from a different timeline. so she knew nothing about Quill, knew nothing about their romance. But in this one, I'm unsure of how they're going to handle the romance between Star-Lord and Gamora. I'm wondering if she'll fall back in love with him, or he'll just have to give it up. He might just have to give it up, and that's going to be really sad for him because he loved her, and then she died, and now she doesn't even know who he is, really. She doesn't know all the times they had with each other. But getting to her, if she's going to die, I don't think she's going to die because she already died in Infinity War. It's not going to really have a big emotional payoff if she dies in this one too. But I do see this is probably the last time that Gamora is really in the Marvel Universe. She's probably going to go off with the Ravengers after this. So I'm going to put Gamora in the safe tier with Kraglin. I don't think nothing much is going to happen to her. Next up, we got Drax. Drax is it's a very interesting one. He's with Chris Pratt's Star-Lord as one that I think that could go out because I feel like Drax is just a character that is really longing to go with his family. He wants to have peace in his life after Ronan and Thanos killed his family. And Dave Bautista, he has said that he doesn't really enjoy doing the role too much anymore, which I do get. It's probably hard on his body to get all this paint on and stuff. He doesn't get to really show his acting skills too much in this. And he has said that this is his last time playing Drax, but does that mean he dies? Maybe not. But does it mean he dies? Maybe it does mean he dies. Who knows? But I feel like it's a very high chance that he does die. So I'm going to put Drax in the might die tier. It's just a very interesting predicament with those two because they would have such good payoffs because their whole family's dead, and them just going to go die with their family would just be a great emotional payoff. So you don't know really. The marketing is just pointing to one character right now, but I do not know so far. Next up, we got Mantis. Mantis became a big character in Guardians 2. We now know her as Star-Lord's half sister, kind of half sibling kind of thing. I do like Mantis a lot, and I feel like she does help the Guardians with a lot of emotional moments. A lot of she has actually pretty good powers. She does a lot with them, and her in Guardians Special, she was just amazing in that. Pom Klementieff, I think, plays her. I think that's her name. I think she does an amazing job, but I don't really see Mantis dying, but I do see Mantis getting injured. I think that she's going to get injured and maybe lose her powers eventually. I feel like that could be a real big consequence of this movie because I feel like it's going to have a lot of consequences for characters. Next up, we got Rocket. So Rocket is the most interesting one because I'm going to say that he is 100% the one that they're pointing at to be dying at the end of this film because he has a big emotional journey in these trailers. The posters are even looking for him he's standing out in all the posters. They're pointing to his death in every single promotional artwork of this movie. And he got tortured when he was growing up. He basically got turned into something that he shouldn't have been turned into. And I do think that I don't even know. I think that he will die, but I feel like there's a small percentage of a chance that Marvel is playing their marketing gimmick on us and just showing us all those little sad scenes. I feel like it's a 50-50 chance. I feel like 50% Rocket dies, and then other 50% he maybe lives at a happy life and he gets to become an actual animal. That would be, I think that would get me more sad than him actually dying. Him getting to have an actual life as an animal would get me in tears, man. I'm already getting emotional thinking about that. That would be so sad. So I think it's a 50-50 for each of those. But if I'm want to only talk about what I've seen so far in the marketing, I'm going to say that Rocket will die from the marketing, but I feel like they're playing a trick on us. But I would like to see that him getting to live out a happy life just as a regular raccoon. That would be just so emotional. Last up, we got Nebula. Nebula, she had a great journey through all these films. I really did like her journey here. And I do think that she's not going to die. We all know that. I don't think she's going to die because I feel like we could see Nebula pop up in more stories in the Marvel Universe. But I don't know. I do think that she does have a chance to get injured in this. We already see her in this picture. She's kind of injured. So I'm going to put her in the getting injured tier. That is going to be my ranking for who will die and who will be safe in Guardians of the Galaxy 3. I'm seeing it in like 2 or 3 days from when I upload this. I cannot wait. Let me know in the comments who you guys think is going to die, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.